The third contestant is Victor. Collaborative consumption. Collaborative consumption. Victor.
As Tony said, I'm going to talk to you about collaborative consumption, the idea of a collaborative lifestyle, and about the Use Together community. But first of all, let me tell you a story. A shoe company sends to Africa 2 of their market researchers. After 3 months, the first one replies, "Oh, this is terrible. In this country, nobody wears shoes." The second researcher says something totally different. Here is a huge opportunity. People here don't have shoes yet. The connection with collaborative consumption and with our life in general is a couple. First of all, I encourage you to try everything or to check everything twice. Don't be fooled by one perspective. And even more important, when you see a problem, try to look at it from a business perspective or from an entrepreneurial perspective. For an entrepreneur, a problem is an opportunity. When someone, or if you have a difficulty, that means that you have the chance to solve it in a way that nobody did it before. So what is collaborative consumption? It's something about what I am very enthusiastic because I think it's something that can increase dramatically the quality of our life. So collaborative consumptions and a collaborative lifestyle, it means that people can do between them some things like sharing, borrowing or giving away their own items, their own time or their own services. There are numbers of benefits or of reasons to do this. I tried to find some community like this in our country. I didn't find one, so I made one. And after a few months of building this community in Cluj, I realized that there are 4 main reasons why people are members in our community. First of all, having a collaborative lifestyle, you have a huge financial benefit. If you don't buy everything you use, then you can save a lot of money. Maybe you came here to Bucharest with a car and you need a GPS, for example. How many of you thought about borrowing one and not actually buying one? Of course, you can find a GPS from a friend or from your neighbor. Well, today, thanks to the technology, you can reach a very larger number of people through the internet. The internet helps us connect with one another. So we have, first of all, a huge financial benefit from living a collaborative lifestyle. Second of all, by using together, you have a good impact on the environment. We all know about the idea of a carbon footprint, or the fact that there is global warming and there is a big problem with the environment. If you think that in the way that we hyper-consume and about how we buy a lot of things that we don't use, you can understand that we are using our resources, our planet resources, in an unsustainable way. The planet won't be able to fulfill all these resources that are being wasted. And regarding these 2 main ideas, these 2 solutions that collaborative consumption is offering, is the principle of Alfredo Pareto. Who of you heard about Alfredo Pareto? Also called the 80-20 rule. At the beginning of the 20th century, this Italian economist, after producing a number of statistics, he realized that 80% of the planet's wealth is in the hands of 20% of the people. These rules, it's very interesting, it applies to many many areas of our life. For me, it's very clear in business. In my case, about 80% of the revenue is generated by 20% of the clients. 80% of my work results are generated by 20% of the effort. And it's very interesting that in the case of our personal objects, it's the same. In 80% of the time, we use 20% of our things, our belongings. And in all the other, in the rest of the time, they are just sitting around, not being used. And even more, there are two really great benefits for the collaborative lifestyle. The third would be the idea that you get to socialize, to have a social life, to socialize with people that have common interests with you. If you like an author, if you are like me and you enjoy reading Mircea Eliade's books, and if you see on the platform, or if you hear about someone who enjoys his writing as well, you know that you have something in common with him. You know that you can have a talk, you can discuss with him something relevant to you. And even more, I was surprised to find out that Use Together and the collaborative consumption revolution is making possible for people to contribute to the community. What does this mean? You are able to have a contribution to the benefits of the other lives, not by giving money, but by giving objects that you don't use, or by giving your time, or by borrowing something that you use rarely. So this is what I want you to talk about. Our Use Together community, who values things like collaborative consumption, trust between people, and the contribution to the community. It's like Kevin Kelly said, we need the benefits of one object, not his possession. Life is about access to things, not about owning things. For me, it's very clear. We all live together on this planet. Let's also use together.